Why the world should let fake men's rights activist and fraud ABL starve, but they won't because he is a backstabbing demon, and the world loves those kinds of snakes by Francis Esq. Nick is everything wrong with modern society, a snake hinting at some truth about the world just so he can stab people who share a like mind in the back when it suits him to, and he tries to excuse the fact that he has to do this out of necessity by saying he is non-violent. It is more that he is not capable of violence, not without a weapon like so many so-called men in this world. Another easily poked hole in this fraud's facade also, if you ask me, that he is calling for a return to aspects of the past to liberate society, yet he would not be capable of surviving in a world that is so dog-eat-dog in certain aspects. That's such a commonality between so many carnival barkers trying to share their way they think things ought to be that I don't even know where to begin with how that makes this individual entirely normal and pathetic in every way to say that he is mentally ill when he is. Nothing more than a pathetic quitter ranting for handouts is beyond me. How do the police see this person as a threat? Because aspects of what he is saying is true, that's what every carnival barker does. I could go on and have about my issues with the female gender, as have millions of others, so what are the police afraid of? Nevertheless, I hope they arrest this backstabbing rodent named Nick. I would show up in court in my finest attire to personally testify that I've seen this rodent make calls to action on his channel before. To see the demons that call themselves humans feed this rodent scraps makes me detest this so-called filth. The swine I mean police call a society. I hope society grows smarter than this one day and lets this filth starve as he should. Why should I have to work if all this rodent has to do is turn a camera on and tell truths about the world to make money? I've told more truths about the world than rodents like this and Saint 10 ever have or will, and no one has ever offered me a dime, nor do I want these rodents' dirty money to begin with. I hope this filth is cleansed by a higher power someday, but that would mean that there was a God that cares in this universe, and all that exists in this universe is pigs and rodents when it comes to so-called intelligent life forms. They should stop giving this rodent money and let him starve for the same reason they should lock this snake and all his kind up in the same cage with their audience, and the police that turn a blind eye to these people's crimes. This world is full of so many injustices that it's no wonder war is more common than ever. I hope God strikes all of these backstabbing rodents with 1,000 famines, 1,000 plagues, and 1,000 meteors, simultaneously turning all of this planet's history into nothing but a molten rock hurling through space to be turned to dust. That's but a fraction of the eternal torment all of these backstabbing rodents living meaningless lives deserve, and Nick is one of them. What more do you need to say other than that this rodent is spouting things he does not even believe himself for scraps of food to live off of? I hope his food source is dried up, leaving him to meet the fate of all rodents that cannot hunt. These traitors are a fungus living off of the decay of this planet, nothing more than a pest, and a fraud of a pest at that. This rodent has an audience because he is everything the world loves to enable. This rodent is fed scraps to feed off of by the world. This fraud rodent is given attention by the world because they see themselves in him, a blathering backstabbing wannabe cult leader just begging to be taken care of by the world. It makes me sick a person who has entirely given up, entirely succumbed to the injustices of the world, just rotting away and being rewarded for it by other rodents. All these demons ever do when it comes to my channel is come here and mock me while being too afraid to face me, knowing that I will spar them and defeat them. They wouldn't even give me the same treatment they give this rodent if I were in his shoes, because they do not see their weakness in me. They see strength they do not possess in me, and this rodent claims he has it worse than me. This rodent claims he is a victim when society coddles him. I face the persecution he profits from claiming to face. This rodent deserves more than prison if I were the court.